The International Energy Agency is launching the largest oil release in its history. That's the main development on day 12 of the Iran war. So the IEA has approved 400 million barrels of oil to be released from their emergency stocks, although the timeline is still to be decided. But the US, which is part of the IEA, later in the day said it would be releasing 172 million barrels from next week. What the IEA is trying to do is offset all the supply losses that would normally come through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, normally about 20 million barrels of oil flow out of the strait every single day, but that's virtually stopped because of the war at the moment. And of course, because of lower supplies, we've seen these oil prices rise sharply since the war. I was looking at the numbers today, and prices are up about 25%. So Brent crude was around $72 on day one, Feb 28th. Today, it's above $90 a barrel. The prices had gone up to about $120 a barrel earlier in the week, which was about 65% higher than the start of the war. And what brought the prices down is markets understanding that these strategic reserves are around and they will be released at some point. But the concern is prices keep rising back up. And Iran issued a warning saying expect oil at $200 a barrel. The price of oil depends on regional security, and you are the main source of insecurity in the region to the US and Israel, supposedly. The fact that the IEA has approved such a large amount shows that they're quite concerned because, if oil prices go up, cost of living goes up, cost of business goes up, that affects the entire global economy. Donald Trump, however, does not seem worried. He was asked about oil prices again today, and he answered the same way he has been the past few days, that these price rises are temporary, that fluctuations, as he said, was simply a matter of war. He's also doubling down on what he says is a successful campaign for the US in Iran.
We have hit them harder than virtually any country in history has been hit, and we're not finished yet.
But on the ground, we're seeing those Iranian missiles and drone attacks very much ongoing, particularly targeting the Gulf states. And we're also seeing fierce fighting in Lebanon, where the Israeli military says it's launched a large-scale wave of strikes. And we've seen that even in central Beirut.